No eating humans in Idaho. Got the munchies? Don't think about snacking on your neighbor in Boise, or you can be imprisoned for up to 14 years, is that all? There is, however, a caveat to allow it under extreme life-threatening conditions, like running out of potatoes, maybe.
We don't have a problem with this law per se. Prohibiting cannibalism seems like a reasonable decree. So kudos to Idaho for taking a stand in 1990. What concerns us is that there is no official law against consuming human flesh in the other 49 states. No funny fake mustaches in an Alabama church. Attending a church service is no laughing matter in the state of Alabama. So leave that Groucho Marx stash at home. Ditto for that Magnum P.I., Duck Dynasty or Fu Manchu Falsy. It is actually a crime to wear a fake mustache that causes laughter in church, according to lawyers.com. It's not something that is ever really enforced. But free speech activists have taken up an online petition to get this infringement off the books once and for all. No getting drunk at a bar in Alaska. Isn't that kind of the point? To clarify, a drunken person may not knowingly enter or remain on the licensed premises. How do northern barkeeps stay in business with this law hanging over their patrons? Only believers can run for office in Texas. You'd better believe in God if you want to run for public office in the Lone Star State, or at least claim to. There is no religious test or church age qualification required, and you can't be excluded from holding office for your religious sentiments. But you do have to acknowledge the existence of a supreme being. In other words, atheists need not apply. No cussing in Mississippi. To be specific, you're not allowed to swear in front of 2 or more people in the state of Mississippi. If you happen to miss the paddle boat, keep that curse to yourself, or you could spend 30 days in the slammer, or be fined $100. No singing off-key in North Carolina. You'd better not belt out a tune if you're tone deaf here. Back in 1873, William Lincoln was indicted for disturbing a Methodist congregation with his off-key caterwauling. He was actually found guilty, but later appealed. This rule is about disturbing the keys in general, and is more of a matter for the church to discipline than the state. However, the legal precedent is there. So sing at your own risk. Keep your pants up in Michigan. Plumbers and gangsters alike, watch your butts. Back in 2008, officers in Flint, Michigan started pulling people over for failing to pull up their sagging pants. Police Chief David Dix made it his mission to clean up this sloppy fashion trend. And you don't want to mess with Dix. If you are caught wearing clothes that expose your skivvies, boxer shorts or bare bottom, you will be warned, then fined, and ultimately thrown in jail for indecent exposure. Don't engage in pillow fights. Speaking of ruffling feathers, literally don't do that in Germany. According to German law, a pillow can be regarded as a passive weapon. If you were to whack someone with a pillow and somehow injure them, you could technically be charged with assault. The one exception is on International Pillow Fight Day, which Berliners like to participate in with gusto. After the fun, true to the German tendency towards orderliness, participants clean up the feathers by hand. It's illegal to pay with too many coins. While many Canadians often want to get rid of their extra change by using it to pay for a chocolate bar at the nearest gas station, it's actually illegal to pay with too many coins. According to the Government of Canada, you are only allowed to use a certain number of coins before it becomes illegal. For example, you are only allowed to pay with $25 worth of loonies and $5 worth of nickels. So if you were thinking about paying for a $30 meal in loonies, it's actually illegal throughout the nation. While you may think that this law is completely made up, York Regional Police confirmed that it is illegal to drag a dead horse down Yonge Street in Toronto. However, what makes this law even more bizarre is that it is only illegal if you do it on a Sunday, which means, if you wanted to do it on a Monday, there's no law that's telling you that you can't. Of course, police highly recommend that you don't make this your next Monday activity. It's illegal to take a bandage off in public. While many of us have been guilty of tearing off an old bandage in public, according to York Regional Police, this is actually illegal under Canadian law. While the law seems completely crazy, if you take off your bandage anywhere in public, including parks or sidewalk streets, you can consider yourself a criminal. While this law might be bizarre for some, for those who are afraid of snakes, it may seem like the most reasonable law on this list. In Fredericton, New Brunswick, it is illegal to carry a snake or any other reptile in public. While you can't carry a snake down the street around your neck, the city of Fredericton states that you can take your reptiles out in public if you have a cage or container that completely confines the animal. It's illegal to accidentally scare a child. While it may be clear that killing anyone is an illegal offense, there's one very specific law throughout Canada that sounds a bit off. According to the Government of Canada, it is illegal to cause the death of a sick person or child by scaring them. However, actually being able to scare someone so much that they die seems pretty improbable. It's illegal to paint your garage door purple. If you're looking to spruce up your home a little bit by painting your garage door a new color, you might want to stay away from purple. In Canada, Ontario law group states that a city bylaw prohibits its residents from painting their garage door and house door purple. While not all of these laws apply everywhere in Canada, it's still good to keep in mind especially if you are traveling with your pet rat, snake, and llama, carrying only coins, and having a 3-day-long garage sale. Before you leave, it's illegal to have too many garage sales. While you may be thinking about purging through some of your junk, aware that in Toronto it is actually illegal to throw too many garage sales in one year. According to the Toronto Municipal Code, it is illegal for anyone to hold more than 2 garage sales a year on any residential area. It is also illegal for your garage sale to last more than 2 days. It's illegal to pick a trillium, with trilliums being the provincial flower of Ontario. It's no wonder that it holds a special place in the hearts of Ontarians. However, according to York Regional Police, if you spot one of these beautiful flowers, leave them be. It is illegal to pick a trillium in Ontario throughout provincial parks and conservation areas. However, if you find one growing on your own property, you're able to pick as many as you want. It's illegal to bring a llama into a national park while national parks are open to the public throughout Canada. The Government of Canada makes it very clear that only a certain kind of animals are welcome. According to the National Parks of Canada guidelines, it is actually illegal to bring llamas into any national parks at any time. However, it doesn't stop there. Canadians can also be fined if they are caught bringing sheep, goats, pigs, or live poultry into any national park. So next time you take a family road trip, you may want to leave your farm friends at home. It's illegal to have a pet rat if you're a resident of Alberta. It's actually illegal for you to have a rat as a pet. According to the province of Alberta, since the 1950s, Alberta has had multiple laws in place to keep their province rodent-free. As part of this practice, it is illegal to own a rat in the province, no matter what the reason. Parrot noise. If you own a parrot in Oak Bay, you could get fined $100 if it talks too loudly. Someone must have had a very loud parrot if they had to make a law about it. Big snowman. Well, it seems like someone must have had something against having snow fun, because there's an actual law saying you can't have a snowman that is higher than 30 inches. There seems to be definitely a story there. Maybe a fear of giant snowmen taking over the world. There was even a law against throwing around snow. But then again, police would just be arresting 8-year-olds. Painting. It is against the law to paint a wooden ladder in Alberta. Meanwhile, Ottawa apparently has something against the color purple, since it is illegal to paint your house and garage doors in it. If you live in Beaconsfield, Quebec, someone may actually sue you for painting your house more than 2 colors. But climb. Oshawa has a law that bans climbing trees. The local law states, no person shall interfere with a tree or part of a tree located on municipal property, including but not limited to attaching, affixing, or placing upon in any manner any object or thing to a tree or part of a tree, and climbing the tree. Even though it may seem a strange law, it's the least strange one, because tree climbing could be dangerous. 8. No ice cream on Sundays. It is illegal to eat ice cream on Bank Street in Ottawa on Sunday. Any other day is good. Just eat indoors on Sunday. Slow down the Wi-Fi. Uxbridge, Ontario has a law that forbids having Wi-Fi connection faster than 56K. Maple syrup laws. Canada doesn't mess about when it comes to maple syrup. There is an entire act of regulations dedicated to tasty sauce. There is one that states that it's illegal to claim a product as maple syrup when it's not. No person shall market a product in import, export, or interprovincial trade in such a manner that it is likely to be mistaken for a maple product for which a grade or standard is established under these regulations. So don't go around telling people that chocolate sauce is maple syrup, or you'll hear the sirens. No casual wear. In Halifax, Nova Scotia, taxi drivers are not allowed to wear t-shirts. In Halifax's regional municipality bylaws for taxis and limousines states that drivers must be dressed neatly and tidy at all times. They have to wear shoes and socks, keep their attire in, and absolutely cannot wear a t-shirt. The poor taxi drivers probably have it rough in the summertime. Despite the amusement we feel upon reading about these laws, they can't actually be enforced if someone actually goes to the police to complain about your loud parrot or your purple garage door. However, Canada's laws about the things that matter are actually great.